You are about to uncover the story of a coin that crossed oceans, passed through millions of hands, and yet hides a royal legacy, medieval symbolism, and modern mint technology inside a single copper-colored disc. This is the 1999 United Kingdom 1 penny with the legendary inscription REG F D, and for serious US collectors, this humble British cent-sized coin is a masterclass in history struck in metal. At first glance it may look like ordinary pocket change, but the letters REG F D are an abbreviation of Regina Fidei Defensor, meaning Queen, Defender of the Faith, a title held by Queen Elizabeth II and rooted in a tradition dating back to the reign of Henry VIII in the 16th century, making this coin a direct linguistic and political descendant of Tudor-era royal authority preserved on modern currency. The obverse features the fourth definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by sculptor Ian Rank Broadley, whose initials IRB appear subtly on the truncation of the neck, and this portrait marked a stylistic shift toward realism, showing the Queen with mature features and wearing the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a diamond diadem associated with state occasions and continuity of monarchy. Encircling the portrait is the full legend Elizabeth II DG Reg F D 1999, where DG stands for Dei Gratia, by the grace of God, a phrase that has appeared on British coinage for centuries, meaning this single penny carries layers of constitutional, religious, and monarchical heritage that most spenders never notice. Flip the coin and you see one of the most recognizable reverse designs in modern British numismatics, the crowned portcullis with chains, designed by Christopher Ironside for the launch of decimal coinage in 1971, symbolizing the Palace of Westminster and the authority of Parliament, visually linking monarchy and government on a coin worth just 1/100 of a pound. The portcullis itself traces back to the badge of Henry VII, founder of the Tudor dynasty, and its continued use into the late 20th century shows how British coin design deliberately blends medieval heraldry with modern state identity, giving this 1999 penny a design lineage that stretches back over 500 years. From a technical standpoint, the standard 1999 circulation penny was struck by the Royal Mint in copper-plated steel, a composition adopted in 1992 to reduce production costs as copper prices rose, which means these coins are magnetic, unlike the earlier solid bronze decimal pennies made from 1971 to 1991. Specifications matter to collectors, and this coin measures 20.3 mm in diameter, weighs about 3.56 grams in its steel format, has a plain edge, and features metal alignment, meaning if you rotate it top to bottom, the reverse appears upright, consistent with modern British minting standards. The mintage figure is a key insight for rarity analysis, and in 1999 the Royal Mint produced hundreds of millions of these pennies for circulation, placing the regular business strike firmly in the common category. But high survival does not eliminate collector interest, especially in top-grade uncirculated condition, where the story becomes more specialized is in collector issues, because the Royal Mint also produced brilliant uncirculated and proof versions for annual coin sets, and many of these were struck in traditional bronze rather than copper-plated steel, instantly creating a composition distinction that advanced collectors pay attention to. Proof examples display mirror-like fields and frosted design elements created using specially polished dies and multiple strikes, and under magnification the detail in the Queen's hair, the tiara, and the chains of the portcullis can appear dramatically sharper than on mass-produced circulation pieces. Serious variety hunters examine bead counts around the rim, die polish lines, and minor hub characteristics, because even in modern coinage, subtle die differences can create collectible subtypes, especially when tied to specific proof sets or early production runs. Error collectors also watch for off-center strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, or plating blisters on copper-plated steel pieces, since the bonding of copper to steel can occasionally produce surface anomalies that, when dramatic and authenticated, add a premium over normal examples. Condition is everything in the marketplace, and while a worn 1999 penny may be worth only face value in the UK, a sharply struck, fully red uncirculated example with no spots, marks, or carbon staining is far more desirable to registry-style collectors who compete for the finest graded modern issues. For US collectors used to Lincoln cents, think of this coin as Britain's parallel to a late-date memorial cent, common in circulation yet rich in design heritage, with collector premiums driven not by rarity of date alone but by grade, strike quality, and special mint formats, the Royal Mint, one of the oldest continuously operating mints in the world, brings institutional prestige to every issue, and the 1999 penny was struck during a period of modernization and global bullion expansion at the mint, placing it within an important era of technological and commercial evolution. Now for the market reality that collectors want to know. Ordinary circulated 1999 pennies typically trade in bulk at minimal premiums, but certified high-grade uncirculated examples can reach the equivalent of several dollars. While official proof coins in original packaging commonly sell in the higher double-digit dollar range depending on condition and demand, top-quality bronze-proof pennies from special sets, especially when graded at the highest modern proof levels by major grading services, have achieved prices in the low hundreds of dollars at auction, representing the upper end of the verified market for this date and showing how format and preservation transform a common design into a premium collectible. So, the next time you see REG F D on a British penny, remember you are looking at a coin that unites Tudor symbolism, parliamentary authority, late 20th century metal economics, and one of the most recognized monarchs in world history, all compressed into a single small but historically powerful piece of numismatic art.